They run this Patrick from EasyFX Code Trading System, and it's Sunday, the 17th of November 2019, and this is the weekly analysis for spot gold and dollar yen, and for the third week of November. Let's begin with spot gold. And after a bearish week, the previous week, it has managed to find support at the 62 Fib retracement level and climb back up to retest the previous swing low resistance level now at the 1474 plus area, and then took a breather yesterday as there was positive news on the US-China trade deal, as with the update from the National Economic Advisor Larry Kudlow, that signaling that the deal could be close to being finalized. So this week coming up, there could be further consolidation, looks like between this 1475 to 77 area, with support from the 1450 area. Right, it could consolidate within this zone, so until it breaks out higher, and or it's got to break down lower below the 62 Fib retracement level. We shall see what the new pivot levels are for next week. But meanwhile, it looks like it's a consolidation phase, as there's limited news for this coming week. Let's take a look at the forward time frame, and this was the previous intermediate resistance zone where eventually managed to break out higher and thus to retest this previous resistance level and fallen back into the zone and close to the 50 Fib retracement area. So we'll see where the weekly pivots levels are next week, and also where the intermediate levels are going to be as we move into the first half of next week. Let's go back to the daily time frame, and for now spot gold seems to be drifting lower in what looks like a slightly descending wedge. All right. So we'll see how the first couple of days of next week, what the price action is around the 50% Fib area, and whether it's able to find some momentum to break through the resistance, or it will going to fade to retest the support zone, or even lower down to the lower trend line. Okay, let's move on to the dollar yen. And dollar yen was retracing lower, deeper than expected last week, and fell all the way to hit the daily 55 EMA, and managed to find support on Friday to climb back up to retest the 21 Fib retracement level at the 108.85 area and close just right at the 200 EMA where the previous intermediate resistance zone is. We might be able to shift this lower trend line a bit lower. Let's take a look at the 4-hour time frame. And this was the previous intermediate support, now support zone, and this was the previous intermediate resistance. So it's right next to it now, just under the 21 Fib retracement level. So it will need to gather some momentum to climb up higher to retest this previous resistance zone. Or if it fades, then it should find support again at the 200 period EMA and perhaps down to the 38 Fib retracement level. If this level gives way, then there's a strong support zone at a 108.00 level where the 50% Fib retracement is, as well as the monthly pivot just below it. So we'll see what the new weekly pivot is for next week. And that's only for the US. There's FOMC meeting minutes released very early on Thursday morning, Singapore time. And on Thursday, there's also Philly Fed Manufacturing Index, followed by Friday, some flash manufacturing and services PMIs. And that's about it for US news, so it's not the major key news week. Let's go back to the daily time frame. We could even shift this even lower to capture this swing low at the 55, latest swing low at the 55 EMA in this slightly ascending wedge. So similar to spot gold, looks like it's going to consolidate for the first part of next week, and could be from the 109 level where the weekly pivot is from last week, and down to the 108.30 level, 25 to 30 level where the 38 Fib retracement level is. Alright, so next week I'll give an update midweek on Wednesday because of a news light week, and do check out my other videos on Euro, Cable and Aussie dollar, as well as the Ichimoku analysis as well for Euro and Cable. Meanwhile, do have a good trading week and cheers.